Sean Showtime Porter versus Terrence Bud Crawford.
50 Cent second album.
So JD, I mean, I listen. We all love Bud. We know you're his biggest fan on the show. That's not saying much because we all love Bud. But go ahead, I'll let you take the topic first.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this fight, mainly for what it will allow Bud to showcase. A lot of people, we've lamented over the past couple of years how much PBC has froze Bud out. Smartly so. It all made sense for them on that side when it came to the money. But we all know what's really been transpiring between Top Rank and PBC over the past few years. Sean Porter is the one dude who they knew, and Bud even just said this recently. He was like, look, they fed up Sean Porter because they know Sean is the one fighter who ain't scared. He the one fighter who gonna come out the house and come fight me. So I'm excited for Bud because it's go time now.
One really, time, where you at?
Hey, man, it's go time. Because at this point, I could only imagine how many people are going to be down on Bud if it looks ugly, if it looks rough, if it looks like he's struggling with Sean Porter, if he gets dropped, if any of that transpires, people are going to be coming out saying, see, we knew he wasn't really that good. We knew he really wasn't that good. But on the flip side, if he does something like be the first person to stop Sean Porter, or he does something spectacular or absolutely wallop Sean Porter, people are going to be looking like, well, damn, Bud really might be that dude. And it takes me back. Go ahead.
What you're saying is if he does what Errol Spence said he was going to do to Porter.
Right, exactly. If he does
what Errol Spence said?
What Spence said.
Oh, he said he going to wipe the floor with him?
What Errol Spence said he going to stop him. He ain't going to win around.
He said Porter wasn't going to run around against Errol Spence.
Errol Spence before that fight.
Errol Spence said, yeah,
he gonna beat him up, break him down, and knock him out. Ain't gonna be no competition.
Right. And so, with that being said, it takes me back to the pound for pound debate too, because this fight has a lot of pound for pound implications, especially as we go into the spring. Because again, we'll probably have this discussion again another day. But I keep telling people I do give Canelo pound for pound, but by default. And I give him pound for pound by default only because you can make the case that Bud needs a couple more names on his resume. Period. He does. And even I'll admit that as one of his biggest fans, he does need a Sean Porter. And in the spring, he needs that boy one time out of the bird. Sitting back over there in St. Petersburg. He needs these two boys back to back. If Spencer's going to chase Ugas, he needs those two, and then he could really have a legit claim to the throne. So I'm excited for it, man, because it means a lot for the legacy of a Bud Crawford who a lot of people have felt is good, but there's still that inkling of doubt in a lot of fans' minds of how good Bud is. And this Saturday night is going to start the show.
Q, to that, you say what?
I agree, man. He need that, I would have liked, I was lamenting for the, back in our debate about the Porter fight versus Bud. My whole thing was that I wanted him to fight the next best, the best fight possible, and we had a whole debate. I just felt like Thurman was the guy for him to fight to me. But since that didn't happen, Bud, I mean, and he been sitting for a while. I mean, Sean Porter. Like you say, the best ability is availability. You know what I'm saying? So fight Sean Porter, and Sean Porter has been through. He done been through all the names.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? So that would be a great measuring stick. And I just feel like, I feel like Bud is about to answer that bell. You know what I'm saying? We about to get some separation. We about to get some separation where you see the different levels. Because I feel like Bud is at a different level. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about pressure. It's not just about strength, size. I just feel like he got to switch. He got to switch, and he gonna he hit you with the punches that you don't see. It's not. I feel like he has a better one punch knockout power, and it's part of it is because how smoothly he switched and changed, and then that feeler turned into the power punch. You know what I'm saying? Once he switched, and it's like he catch you with it so smooth, and then the way he applies pressure. I mean, he got that laser beam. Once he smelled blood, man, he finished. He closed the show better than anybody else right now. You know what I'm saying? What he about 9? About 9 straight knockouts.
8, 9, something like
I mean,
that.
I obviously besides the Tank Davis or somebody like that, because only got one person that made it, you know. But yeah, he got that since he been at welterweight. Well, before he even got to welterweight.
He started this knockout streak on welterweight.
Yeah,
man,
junior welterweight.
Yeah,
killing. I just feel like the more you catch him and you catch him with some, man, you know, like he want to fight. No, he really want to get in there. He want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to see it, and I really feel like it's going to be an amazing night. And I know Showtime Sean Porter's going to bring it. He's going to bring it, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. I'm not sure if it's a stoppage, but I won't be surprised if it is a stoppage. Feel that strongly about how great Bud is.
I will say this: the thing that makes Bud Crawford, Bud. I mean, of course, he has all the intangibles and he has the skill, but his mindset. Right. He's one of the few fighters, and to your point, that catches fighters with the punches they don't see, because he loves to throw and he's not afraid to throw while you're throwing. He's not. He has. If you look at some of his knockouts, the best knockouts, especially with the smaller Benavidez, it was boom, while he was punching, and he loves punching in between your punches because he's crisper and he's more accurate, which is why probably a lot of people are, and you guys included, are like, he's going to be on another level, because we see Sean Porter as this wide puncher, and you see at some point Terrence Crawford tightening up and really throwing something in between.
Yeah, he's throwing the straight punches.
Yeah, in between Sean Porter punches.
It'll be easy.
And taking him out.
With his style makeup, it'll be easy.
Yeah.
I ain't saying a fight gonna be easy, but Sean Porter that'll be hit.
Yeah. And I'll say this, and we can move on. The only drawback that I have with, and I think I talked about this with JD, the only drawback I would have to if he faced Keith Thurman is the fact that I think we were speaking about this maybe a previous show. I told JD, I was like, back in like 2018, 2019, when Keith Thurman came back, I was like, he looked all right against Josecito Lopez, right? But he shouldn't take Manny Pacquiao as the next fight, because he's not ready. He's took too long of a layoff. And I think the same thing could be true with Bud. Like, he needs to get some real rounds in, like in front of the camera, real, time fight before you just hop in that water with Thurman. So we might not have gotten the best fight if Thurman's next fight is Crawford. But I do want to see that at some point if we don't get Spence and Bud. So
don't hold your breath, brother. Don't hold your breath.
I want to live. I ain't holding nothing.
Are they blackballing Thurman? What's going on over there at PBC, man?
He waiting on the right fight. He waiting on that
Thurman,
money, man.
Gary Russell. These guys that supremely talented fighters, man, that's losing their prime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's sad to see,
and I think some of that had to do with injury with Thurman. And then also I think he is being frozen on some level, because Spence, for some reason, was so offended by whatever transpired when they were talking about fighting that he has
he refused
no interest in fighting him. So I do want to say this to all the Sean Porter doubters. He did hurt Spence in that fight. So don't doubt his power and don't doubt his tenacity, man. He always shows up and ready to fight.
He's very tenacious. He just remains to be seen. It's been 4.5 years since anybody touched the canvas. We even one of the artists, he slapped this artist one day, and the artist never touched the canvas. You know what I'm saying? All the canvas.
Hey, so it sounds like what you're saying with those Vegas odds. The odds say he not gonna make Bud touch the canvas.
Nah, bro. I doubt. Well, I mean, it could happen now. I mean, it definitely can happen, because when was the
last time we saw Errol Spence hurt?
Yeah,
it was against Showtime. I don't care what nobody say. He was buzzed. I saw that.
But we done seen shout out to my man, big dog Errol Spence, man down, hand down, man down, but he look buzzed every time I see him, bro. He got them eyes. Something about the eyes.
Hey, but all I'm gonna say is Terrence Crawford always comes ready to fight, and he better be ready to fight because he got a dog in front of him. Speaking of ready to fight, man, it's time to lace him up, man. Let's connect the whip, baby.
Connect the whip.
So let's get into it, man. first connected with. Should Canelo strongly consider